music isn't just heard, it's felt. It's felt.
Turn up the volume, sit back, and let the sonic magic take over. This is the Aurora Music Night Show podcast.
Tío, como la primera vez, tu recuerdo me sigue, no se siente tan bien. Yo siempre quise que tú fueras.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Aurora Music Night Show. Here with Curtis, Alejandro, DJ Dro, and our guest of the night, DJ RRound.
What's up?
Appreciate it, Aaron. Thank you for having me. Thank you, boys. Shout out, Joe.
Shout out.
Good morning, Aurora. Thank you, Aaron, for having me.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, let's get to it.
So pretty much our guest is a DJ, entrepreneur. We're going to get to know him, how you started. Actually, tell us about from the beginning, man, how where you started that got you all the way to being DJ RRound.
Present day today. Well, to summarize things, pretty much, I would like sell shoes in high school. So graduating high school, I dropped out of college. I was gonna do business, but I dropped out, and then decided to just, at that time, things were a little bit different. Everybody had like stimulus checks, so everybody had money in their pocket, and everybody was trying to spend. So shoes were like a big thing, and market was like over the roof at that time because supply and demand, it was just huge. Yeah. And so Chicago being so big, everything that over the time I learned this. Like, so as soon as I graduated, I was trying to make some money, and then shoes came in, and pretty much it just came as like it was like a hobby, but then it became like my full-time thing. So just building that up from selling shoes, and then from having like all those people on Snapchat, I just decided to one day throw a party. And then from there,
How old were you?
I was 20.
Okay.
20. I'm 23 right now, so that was 3 years ago. But yeah, it was pretty cool to like go from selling shoes to still doing the whole business thing, because obviously you gotta put the work in. You gotta bring the people together. You gotta make the flyer, find a house, promote it, and then like bring the sonido and stuff. So then from there, it just like it was like
sonido means the whole sound, the
Right.
whole
Yeah,
speakers.
sound.
Well, when he said find a house, I was like, oh, okay, I see what's up.
Yeah, because it was just full on house parties. It was just
Right.
backyards, house parties, and yeah, over the time it was just me DJing. So at first it was just me DJing. I didn't know how to DJ, being honest.
So you learn as you go.
Yeah, I learned as I went. I bought the board off Facebook. Like nothing crazy.
What
Like
kind of board?
it was an SB3.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I got it for $100. Picked it up in Champaign. Yeah.
Nice.
And the day that I picked it up, I was picking up shoes. So like the day that I picked it up, I started off at Nike Aurora outlet, and then I went to downtown Chicago, and then I went to Cottage Grove, and then I went to Champaign to pick it up. And I had like 3 pairs that day that paid for like the whole day. It was a really good day that day. It was, yeah. And yeah, I feel like it was just everything was meant to be.
Nice.
And then I got into music, and then Dro was actually one of the first persons that made me start taking it serious.
That's what's up.
Yeah, because at first I did not know what to do. Like I didn't know what I was doing. Like it was like, if you looking at it back then, it's humiliating. Like it's like, because I would laugh at myself. It's like, bro, you don't know what you're doing at all. But here I am, like hosting these big parties with like, I was doing it for like business at first. I was like, bet it's just the music part was like, I'll handle the music part. And then there over the time, it was like, I kind of liked it, like being on aux the whole time.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
Cool.
pretty much blabbing
Making
off,
it
but
your
yeah.
thing. Making
Yeah.
it like your vision, your vibe, and your scene kind of thing.
Yeah, because I knew people did it before, but I wasn't aware of it. Like nothing like how they did it or what they were doing. I kind of just like was just following my own instinct and my own gut.
So when you got it was the SB.
The SB3, yeah, the controller.
So when you got the SB3, how long did it take you, until you started seeing like, okay, I got it, now I'm making sounds with it, to actually being able to adequately use it?
So I got the board like on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and the first party was like on Saturday.
Wow.
So yeah, by
Okay.
Saturday I was at least going from one song to the other. So yeah, that's all that mattered. It was like being
Going back and
yeah,
forth.
going back and forth. Yeah, that's all that mattered. As long as you play the songs at the right time.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, but I was playing at my homie Smoke Shop. Shout out Marco on Smoke Shop in Naperville.
Okay.
And then like I knew it was like not meant to be, but like the first day that I went, put up my speaker, I was like, I'm gonna look, like sat down with it. a DJ walks in and he's like, "Hey man, you DJ, bro?" And then he was like, "Hit me up, bro. Like let's work." And then shout out DJ Chicken Wing. And then he works for like those people that do like festivals and stuff. Like he works for like a DJ corp, like a actual like job thing where like he does like the rock thing out in Addison, and then he does like corporate private events and stuff too.
Okay.
So that opened up a whole nother door like right off the bat.
Right.
And he had asked me to help him like the following 3 weeks after to help him out, and it was like already a paid gig.
Right.
And I don't even know how to DJ. He's like, just come help me out with this and you'll learn. So that was pretty cool too.
So what's the what gets the ladies on the floor?
Man, in today's day, you don't gotta do much. It's just as long as you got the newest things, or like you got something that always works. And it depends too, because it's like you would think it's like, oh, sexy red or something, but nah. Sometimes you could put like some bachata or some salsa or something. Especially here at Bally's, like you don't know what type of crowd you're gonna get, so it just always like mixes it up. You could put some. Last week we were playing like Taylor Swift.
Right.
Like Katy
dance,
Perry,
Rihanna,
Rihanna and stuff
everything,
like
different
that.
crowds, so.
Other times it could be like some, like some regular Drake, Sexy Red, some hip hop, or some Juke.
Okay.
Being from Chicago, Juke always hits. So to answer that question, I think Juke. A good Juke.
Juke has its own like it'll if it's like a slow vibe, you put on some Juke, it'll make it crazy. At the same time, if you got some Juke going on and it is crazy, you want to tone it, then you hit the sexy vibe and it's like, let's get a drink right now. Like, yeah, come on, girl.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So where's the name RRound come from?
RRound pretty much started off with the whole, like, just doing so many things at once. Like, I never found myself, like, at first I was doing, like, selling shoes, selling clothes, like, going to the thrifts. So that was high school, where it's like, well, I do a lot of things to, like, RRound, like. And then as I was growing up, I was like, okay, RRound has like a deeper meaning, which means to reround something means to like put it back in its regular shape. And RRound usually means to circle.
Okay.
So I think that reference like life. It's like no matter what point in time, you could always reround it.
No, that's
like
true.
take control of it and reround it.
Yeah.
So I think that's where RRound started off as like something like just like a cool name, because it was RRound Heat. Because it was like selling shoes, I got heat.
Okay.
And then later it's just like RRound always stuck out. People just started calling me RRound.
Right.
And then from there it's like, what does it mean? And
that's true, bro. That's true. I think that's a good perspective. That's a good perspective.
Yeah, when Alejandro said, "Oh, my friend RRound's coming," I'm like, "Wait, RRound means when I do engineering, I have to reround the whole cables." So I'm like, this guy knows about engineering.
Yeah.
So, that's where kind of for
Didn't
me,
know nothing.
but then, he started doing DJ. I'm like, okay, so maybe in my head, I picture like he's rerounding the music. To,
Right.
Make it sound really cool.
Yeah. I got it. Just like thinking about it and hearing him talk about it, like started off doing shoes, then DJing. I kind of saw like and now what you're doing like on a bigger scale, but still doing what you've been doing. Like you had the passion, right?
Yeah.
Started here. Life kind of goes full circle. Like, even for me, I started plugging in stuff to see what worked.
Yeah.
Now, like we doing better stories.
Right.
I'm still plugging it in again. Like, okay, do I got levels? So
Rerouting.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So what do you think about you live in Aurora? You from Aurora?
Yeah, I grew up. I was born in Washington State,
Okay.
and then went to Mexico. Was living in Mexico, and I came over here to Aurora when I was like 3.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad was in the music scene, so that's why we moved out here, because it was busing.
Okay.
Yeah, word on the block, the underground music scene was busting in Chicago, and then so he came out here, and yeah, the whole story behind that is pretty cool, because my dad was in a grupo, and back then they played different type of music.
Which was
It was like grupo, like regular norteña, like not norteñas, but yeah, basically like regular norteñas, and then coming over here, Duranguense was popping, and they were like, nah, we're not gonna play that, woo woo. And slowly, no more gigs, and they got to switch it up. So they had to reround their style too. But going back to Mexico, and they're like the hot boys, because they're like, oh yeah, we know this type of music that they play out there. And then from there, like
Duranguense is like the style from Durango, kind of like.
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
created in Chicago though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in Chicago.
Chicago was like the home base
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, so like
See,
in the
that's
2000s.
why I like doing this. I learned I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's deep. I
One
like
of the,
that.
Yeah, the main guys. I don't know if he lives out here.
Yeah, he
They
does.
do.
La
They
Cara
all
is Memo.
do.
Shout out to Memo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like one of the founding, people from that genre of
Do it
music.
and okay.
Same thing. Aaron used to play in a band,
Yeah.
play that style of music.
Used to
Okay,
play
yeah.
that style.
Yeah.
Really
it was
famous
pretty
too.
big. So big shout out to your dad.
Yeah,
that
shout
because
out
of
to
him,
my
you're
pops.
here.
Yeah,
right?
shout out to my pops. Not anything, no music, no nothing. My pops, everything,
That's what's up.
everything. The shoes, everything is on my parents. Just
Hustling.
hustling. At the end of the day, just hustling, doing something. They always
Yeah.
wanted me to do something, and growing up, you kind of feel lost because there's so many things to do. But it's like you gotta do what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, you love it or you're gonna get tired of it, and you're gonna want to go on to something else, and it's just a whole different mess. Because it like having to take something that you like, a passion, but then also try to make money from it, but then also like at the end, like besides those two things, there's a whole other thing, and then that like is something where you must take on to like really make it all work. So it's a whole journey right now, trying
I
to
feel you.
really put everything
Yeah.
together.
Now you gotta chase it. You gotta chase your dream, but you gotta be realistic about it at the same time. Like it is, man. Like it's it's like baking. You know what I'm saying? Like if you leave it in there too long, it's burnt up. If you take it out too quick, it's not done yet. So it is, man. It's it's very true. I gotta, like I was telling you, like I never DJ'd before, you know what I'm saying? But like I appreciate the craft. I appreciate the time and like reading the room, feeling what the people like, catering to their needs, you know what I'm saying? But also like rocking the like so, much respect, man. I know it's not easy to like have it in here and put it out there, but when you do,
No,
man,
I
it's a
appreciate
beautiful
it.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure, I had to do my dues because I had to do my homework.
Right.
I had to learn different types of genres, learn how to, just like take a step back, like, because I was doing the events,
Mhm.
but I was also learning how to DJ at the same time. So there was a point when I was like, okay, I need to really take a step back and like know what I'm doing, do my homework to be able to like, okay, now I could just get paid to just DJ. I don't
Right.
gotta host no more.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was starting to do like private events and then helping other people with their events and then keep growing and branching out.
Where you playing next? You're here. Well, you're here on the weekends?
Yeah, this
Okay.
Friday we're at Bally's and then Saturday we're at Muchacho Alegre.
Okay, all right.
Big shout out to Muchacho Alegre.
That's on Galena,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Muchacho Allegra.
When you wake up, RRound, what motivates you to keep going, man?
Good question.
Shit, them bills. them bills gotta get paid.
That Netflix subscription.
All that shit. And it's all funny. Nah, all jokes aside, yeah, like having to like,
Reality.
yeah, reality. I moved out of my parents' crib, so it's been like a couple months. It's been since September I moved out. So since September I kind of been like taking it more serious every day. Where it's like, okay, I gotta make money, man. I gotta do something. And then I figured it out. I was like, okay, either I work more or I come up with more ideas and execute more and try to level this more out and try to really take this more serious.
Yeah.
And scrape up something or work. Like that's where I'm at right now. So
Right.
Sure, man.
it's been really trying to like put things together, plot out bigger ideas. Trying
Right.
to do what we've been doing, but better. How to take it to the next level, pretty much.
Well, I'm sure these brothers, if we could be of any assistance to you in any way,
sure.
know a person or something like that, heard through the grapevine or something, be happy to pass it along, man.
Yeah, man. There's new DJs coming up, right? Young. What advice you give them? They'll be seeing this video and be like, I want to be like DJ RRound, DJ Dro. What advice you give to the young bloods out there?
Shit, honestly, I feel like I got my dad's always in my ear. So he told me, he's like, as a musician, your biggest dream is to play in front of people, right? And he's like, you've been spoiled your whole entire career. Because it's like you throw your first party and it's your party, you're the DJ, you got all these people here, like, okay. And the next party, same thing. And the next party, and then you do that, so on, and you kind of lose that like feeling of like, oh, I want to play in front of people. But it's always down to the little things. It's always just playing in front of people, the different crowds, and like being able to like put out what you want is like the coolest thing, because you have your own taste in DJing, and giving it to like a crowd that appreciates it and likes it is like the coolest thing ever.
Right.
So I had that in the very beginning. Like anything I play, I didn't know I sounded horrible. They all loved it. And
Yeah.
that's like the coolest thing ever, because now it's like, okay, now you go into these rooms and it's like I kind of have to play what they want, But as a DJ, you slowly elevate to like, okay, I'm gonna play what I want,
Right.
and everybody's gonna like it because it's good. And then from there, it's just,
Yeah, when you
it's a cool
said
thing.
when you said being on the aux court all night, it is a good feeling. Like people hear a song, they come like, "Hey, yo, what's that? Who is that?"
Yeah.
And like you never heard that Scarface before,
Yeah.
boy.
That's always fun.
Yeah, that is cool, man. That's very cool. I was gonna ask the scene in Aurora now. Okay, something that we've had conversations here about, but like, how do you feel about, you rocking Muchacho Alegre coming up?
Yeah.
You rock here, the brothers here. How do you feel about the scene in Aurora? The going out and doing something now, the ability to do that. What's that like? What would you like to see in downtown? What would you like to see in the city when it comes to like entertainment? What kind of things would a DJ ReRound like to see that's here, or maybe that's not here yet?
I'm gonna be honest, 100% being honest. I feel like as far as downtown Aurora to where it's been and where it's at right now, not that we've done it, but like as a team, like we sold out Red Room. We not that we sell out Bally's all the time, but like my last anniversary, was, I feel like that's the last event that we hosted. That I feel like I hosted. We sold that out, and then after that was like Blackout Wednesday at Leilani's. Sold that out, and it's like that was like back to back.
That was
to
y'all
back.
the Blackout Wednesday?
Yeah, that was us the Blackout Wednesday.
Okay.
And it was just like back to back to back. So it's like, we want. For me, it's like not that I don't want to do no more local things, but it's like I want to go out to Chicago.
Sure.
Because as far as Aurora, it's like we're keeping up with everything.
Right.
And as far as checking out the checklist, we checking it off. And it's like as a team, it's like we're growing here, but to help out the whole thing is to go out there, build a name up and come back over here and
Right.
like, have it like feed off of that.
Right.
Because Aurora, everybody knows each other already. Like,
Right.
It's only gonna. Right now, people are just. I feel like they're just starting to like. Other people from other towns are coming to Aurora, if that makes
True.
sense.
Yeah. No, I get
Like,
you.
Aurora people are like, oh yeah, it's Bally's, whatever. But it's
Right.
like, oh, you got people from Naperville coming, you got people from all these, and
It's
then
new
Aurora
to
people want to
them.
come
Right.
just because they see that it's popping. And
Right.
it's like that's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Where can people find you, Ruran?
Pretty much just Instagram. I just be on Instagram sometimes. Or
Is that the most?
yeah, Instagram just ReRound. Yeah.
Just as Rewind? Okay.
Yeah.
DJ ReRound. Okay. All right.
DJ Dro, can you share an experience where you were with Reround and you guys, it was just popping, man? Something that you remember that
Never.
is going to remember all
Never.
your life, bro. Talk to us.
His basement.
I mean, we got a lot of memories, man. The thing is, I go way back with Rerun, not just in the music scene. Is our friendship started out because like we used to play soccer with a mutual friend that we have, and because of that, mutual friend we had, I was able to connect with not only Aaron, my Reround as well. So I mean, it all started there. So I mean, I have a lot of memories. So I mean, if you would say kind of like in general or something in the music scene, I mean,
In the music.
in the music scene mostly. I mean, I want to say it's probably that. Honestly, bro, like when we threw that first one in July, like actually together last year with Cabros, we had was it last year?
I don't even remember.
I think
La
year.
Tuna, right?
Yeah, last year.
Remember we had La Tuna.
Oh yeah.
Bro, we
yeah.
bro, we literally shut the
Oh
place
yeah.
down. You
Yeah,
don't
we
forget.
should. Yeah.
But we threw. It was like because we would always work together here and there. But it was mostly like, oh, I'm booking you. But this time we were like, oh, let's curate, let's host together. That was like the first one, one of the first ones we were doing together. That was something, second or third one.
Yeah.
But I remember when we threw it. I mean, we were just having issues because of like the police and stuff like that, and just because like, and there's nothing bad going on. There were just I don't know what was going on outside, but
Is La Tuna a spot?
yeah,
It's
so
a
it was
banquet
like a
hall.
little small banquet
RIP
hall here on
Latuna.
the east side. So
Okay.
we were hosting an event there, and back in July, we got a really popular band by the name Los Cabros out from Chicago, and we had like
Thanks to
3
Rerun.
DJs. We had 3 DJs, something like that.
Yeah.
Another band, and I just remember that night, bro. Like we kind of went through like a roller coaster of emotions because.
Yeah.
I remember we it wasn't even the night hadn't even started, and we were on the verge of canceling the event because the owner was calling me telling me, hey, like the cops are here, they're trying to shut this down, like before, it was just people being dumb, So it was like before the event even started. I remember my freaking heart was on 10, just like pumping. I'm about to pick up some Popeyes. I'm getting this phone call trying to eat this crispy chicken sandwich.
I was showering. Alejandro calling me, dude. Is
They're
there
about to
anything we can do with the city of Aurora? I do remember, but I
Train
do
about to hit the wall. Disaster comes.
something about that. That whole event was everybody was able to come out with their management skills. That we made it all happen.
Yeah, you made it
You know,
happen.
from
Right.
your team, my team, the banquet. Everybody, at the end of the day, had a
They did their
great
part.
night.
Right.
Yeah.
The cops were, inside, but everything was cool.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, everything turned out really good,
Right.
and I think everybody's positivity came together that we were able to.
Yeah. The
Post
event
the
went
event.
off, right?
Yeah, it was crazy though, because I remember we were like worried at first, and then
I was crashing out
You were
the whole
crashing. You're
time.
sure you were crashing?
The whole time,
Bro,
whole
I remember you
time.
told me at one point, like,
The
bro,
whole time, I was
like the
like-
band, because the band's expensive,
Yeah.
and
I
it's
was
like we
crashing
gotta
out the
cover,
whole time.
like you gotta cover the expense regardless if anybody
Right.
shows up. So in the beginning, I remember the first hour and a half, like barely any people.
Yeah,
showed up.
because the cops were literally the whole
Scaring
SWAT
people.
team.
Scaring people.
SWAT team was posted up in front of La Chiquita, and then they shut down La Chiquita parking lot. And any car that was passing by, they were legit pulling them over, pulling them to La Tuna. 2-3 cop cars checking, like just bugging out,
Yeah,
like
just bugging,
like
man.
crazy.
That's
Like you never
crazy.
seen this before. Like this is like a movie type.
It's like it's not even at a house; it's at a venue.
It's
like
at a venue,
legit, like,
yeah.
you know, it's,
And they were doing this before the night even started. So the whole time there was just problems, and the cops like on top of it.
yeah.
They wanted to like come in and like check it out. So we would like let them in, come check it out, do circles, like just scaring people away pretty much.
Right.
And yeah, but somehow, some way, thank God. The whole
I
thing
remember,
just
man, we were
came
counting
together.
after like the day. I mean, we had us after like I told Rio, I was like, he was panicking. I was like, bro, hold on. I'm like, wait, and then we waited a little longer, and then people just started showing
Ran
up,
out
showing
of
up, showing
nowhere,
up.
just like
And
Alejandro was like, dude, we're gonna have to shut the party. I'm like, nah.
Nah, I was not. Nah, that was not.
Nah.
Nah, we can't ever do that. I mean, you got to go through with it till the end,
Right.
until the wheels fall off. You can't.
Absolutely.
ever have
Big
that
shout out
mindset.
to
Never
the,
let them see us folded up.
Yeah,
let it,
man.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the Aurora Police Department.
Yeah, shout out to them for the extra security.
Extra
Right.
shout out to the
Boy, I
extra
like
security.
Boy, I like granero.
They were there posted.
Yeah, they
were
had like
nice.
extra security in there for free. So I'm not complaining. But at the end of the day, I remember we were counting up the bread, and it was exactly enough to pay
To
the
pay
band.
out
I
the
was
band.
like literally down to the last dollar. I'm like, dude, I looked at him. I'm like, this is exactly enough
Exactly
to pay
enough.
the band. So I was like, to me, that was a sign. It was like, here, we're gonna.
Right.
The universe was like, we're gonna give you just enough to like, you cover your butts, and
That's
Yeah.
good, man.
it was after that. I think it was really more like to myself too. It was like boom, like it's time to go. And, that's when I
Take it more
hit all
serious.
gas, no brakes from there.
Right.
So
That
good
was a sign.
experience. That was a good experience.
Yeah.
So before we close out, we appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Big
thank
shout
you.
out to Good Morning Aurora.
Absolutely,
Curtis,
man. Absolutely.
DJ Joe, Pro Music
Joe.
Wave, Compa H,
BMO fades.
Bimo Phase. He couldn't
Bimo
make it.
face.
Where do you see yourself in 3-4 years from now?
Great
Around-
question.
Just to close it out,
3,
people
4
want to see where you're going, man.
3-4 years, man. Hopefully in 3-4 years. Well, I'm gonna be honest, like the next move right now is I want to host like soccer tournaments. Yeah, so that's something that I got planned out right now. It's working right now. Next one's gonna be April 20th. The flyer's getting done right now. And yeah, it's gonna be basically a soccer tournament, like host soccer tournaments, and try to like drive the people that are like into like all the crazy people that are like the shoes, the music, all that stuff. Drive them into like the whole soccer thing. Like that's what I do. Like that's because man, there's a bunch of DJs, there's a bunch of people selling shoes, and I feel like in the next 3-4 years, I'm gonna keep those things going for sure, because that's what pays the bills, that's
Right.
what I gotta do. But as far as like what I want to be doing in the next 3 to 4 years is like hosting soccer tournaments, hosting leagues, starting off out here in Aurora, going into Chicago, and then from there seeing where it goes on. But taking like all the business skills that I have and just switching it over to hosting soccer tournaments.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you for sharing, man.
Appreciate it. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you guys. Shout out DJ Joe, Compa H.
Good meeting you, man.
Yeah,
good
pretty
to
good
meet you, my
meeting you
brother.
too.
Good to
Yeah.
meet you.
Any other questions, Curtis?
No, just follow our brother here on social media, RRound or the
RRound.
DJ RRound.
Just reround.
Just
it.
RRound.
Yeah,
RRound on
2
social
Ds.
media.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready to see more of the team. and the crew here, Aurora After Dark, doing good things. So
Once again, throwing it out there to all the artists, producers, anything to do with music. We want to invite you because these shows are for you guys to give you a free promo out to the city of Aurora and surroundings. Right? We got the support from Good Morning Aurora, DJ Dro, and myself, Pro Music Waves, Bally Doyles as well. So please reach out to us, Pro Music Waves 2022 at gmail.com. Where can they reach you?
Good
Curtis?
morning, Aurora IL at gmail.com.
DJ Dro, where can they reach you at?
DJ Dro, Instagram.
And we'll see you guys at Bally Doyles this Friday. Don't miss out. We got DJ RRound in the house. Saturday, what we got, DJ Dro?
Saturday we got ladies' night. My boy Reckless, shout out to Reckless, and then we got Baby K, Christy. Shout out to Christy. She's got that birthday bash for her, so it should be a good time. Ladies' night, they've been a hit recently, so those are always a really good time. Not just because there's a lot of girls, but just because we get we get a big crowd in here, so that's been a hit recently, so it should be a good time for Saturday.
All right, well, we're going to close it up. Thank you so much for watching Aurora Music Night Show. And thank you so much, Curtis, DJ Dro, RRound, Compache. See you guys next time.
Peace.